Hey yo, you good? Nah. Are you good? You good? All right, we're gonna find out. You good? Give me 5 minutes. Starting this up, baby. You roll with it. Welcome everybody to the block repping. It's been a minute, been a whole minute, been a New York minute. Just in case you decided to come on through. Sun seeds, FBPs. They go to link.
Hey, 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 hey.
There's the link.
Hey, 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 hey.
One more time.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey.
How's the camera?
Hey, hey.
Now let's stop right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop at one of my favorite groups, Houdini. Rest in peace to the brother Ecstasy. One of the greatest groups. And the title of this whole episode right now is called Camraderie. Camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? In respect to all the groups that ever came out. All the way from Cold Crush, the Funky Four plus one more, to the Fearless Four. You know what I mean? Us girls. You know what I'm saying? All the way from those people to Salt and Pepper, Run DMC, you know what I mean? To all we going through the joint, right? I got some particular groups that I set aside, and I mentioned you know, Houdini with the Magic's wand. You know what I'm saying? Friends, 5 minutes of funk. These are the templates of what was transpiring to being, that call and response, that MC level of, getting information from the crowd, giving it to the crowd from the DJ. Now you got a partner to do it. And the partner's rhymes is just as intricate as your rhymes. And you have to find something to complement them, something to make it balance. And that's where we're gonna go right there. The camaraderie gives strength to the chemistry, and the chemistry gives strength to the power of the group or the reach of the group. One Love by Houdini, you got to give that up solely on the concept, but definitely on the chemistry. Salute to those that came through. Who's up? Who's up in the building? All right, Young Z, I'll check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's going viral. Hope much success to you. You know what I'm saying? Much success. Who else up there? Yo, salute. There go Young Z. All right, we're talking about groups right now. You know what I'm saying? The groups are very important. And here's one of my favorite groups. of all time. I keep them up there. They're on the catalyst. Superb group level. 8 Ball and MJG. And you're like, I'm a kid from the projects in Brooklyn. What did I know about 8 Ball and MJG? Man, I got to acquainted to their lyrics. First of all, they're from Orange Mound, Memphis, Tennessee, as affectionately known Tennessee, all those people like that, right? Memphis always been a tough place, deep Southern black soul, the home of blues, and to have these two formidable MCs, they met in high school, right? Popped out on the scene in 1993 and gave nothing but their own merits, and merit is the word of the day. Pardon me for that. That's crazy. But they gave their own strive. They let you know how they were raised, where they were coming from, and what was taking place in their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And how they added on. Coming out hard, spectacular album, great performance, great production, and MJZ's rhyme style. He always had a different rhyme style, different pattern work. You know what I'm saying? And it reminded me of some East Coast stuff. That's why I was like, like them and UGK. I used to play a lot. Of course not as much as I was playing my East Coast music, because we got talented, great groups, and we're about to break into that now. And especially in Brooklyn, this is where the thick reputation of camaraderie is birthed and developed to say, well, these guys will not compromise on what they stand, from where they stand. They stayed exactly who they are, hardcore all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to mention a couple of groups that did that, right? But back to 8 Ball and MJG, because they are living legends, right? They actually had a little thing with a Bad Boy, talking about forever, being the legends that they are. True to the game, they just, did their own solo projects, because as a group, sometimes you want to explore what each one is capable of doing. You want to explore, like, what would it sound like if I did my own thing, you did your own thing, we come together, break bread. Beautiful thing. 8 Ball did his album, Lost. Great, phenomenal sound work. The sound work was just proper, man. And it fit right between where you had like to have Southern rap and West Coast rap. It has a smooth rider vibe, something you want to just like drive through 4 or 5 different states. And then MJG, every time he touched the track, phenomenal bar work. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, fast, sometimes slow, staccato flow, great lyrics, great tone, and just giving, elements of the game that was learned from a player as a young age. You know what I'm saying? Definitely talented. Definitely moving. So check out those brothers from Orange Mound all the way to Cadillac Pimp. Cadillac Pimp is my joint. When I'm really like in the zone, besides Breaker B College or Space Age joint, I go to Cadillac Pimp and rev it up a little bit more. So shouts out to 8 Ball and MJG. Next one. Now, camaraderie doesn't have to exist with just the brotherhood. And I've mentioned groups from the past like, Houdini, Run DMC. Run DMC is top tier level, like rarefied air. You got to do a whole show on Run DMC. Rest in peace, soar in peace to Jam Master Jay. You got to do a whole series on that. You know what I'm saying? Especially from the rundown with what they learned from the Cold Crush, Funky 4+1 more, as I mentioned before, Grandmaster Fast and the Furious Five. It was called the Furious Five. A lot of these elements from old school kung fu flicks, but also just the flyness of what was going on. But like I said, I mentioned Us Girls. Who was it? Debbie Deb and Shy Rock, I believe. If I'm wrong, Hit me in the comments and let me know. These sisters I found out from Dreamville, and when I heard their music, I was instantly, you know, just I was just instantly out there. I was enthusiastic about what they were capable of doing and what they have been doing. To see these two young sisters with innocent looks, but very cultural, spiritual vibe, and still had a little hardness, edginess to them, and they're going on still today. I actually seen them in Dreamville. What was it? Damn, like early 2010s, maybe around that time when West Jackson was throwing the Bodega Festival. Yeah, these two sisters laced it. Look for their work. Osasi was the first album that I ran into. Oshun is the group. Oshun. Oshun. Lovely ladies, very talented. They reminded me of the Conscious Daughters, if you ever heard of them. Elements of Bahamadia mixed with Boss. It was just like an amazing chemistry that they have. And those sisters right there, sky's the limit. Give them a clap up for them. They doing their thing. With the clap. There you go, clap button. Salute to them. I'm gonna run through. You see right now, you already know. The DOW pound, the dog pounds. Give it up to the dog pound. When we start speaking elite MCs that step out the box, but still, keep a relevance of, just great performance work, great bar work, and use their imagination. You gotta put Corrupt up there. Corrupt was one of those. You know what I'm saying? Just like how we, boost up Prodigy, and we're going to talk about Prodigy and then so in peace to the G. It was able to incorporate, a great creative sense at the same time. His knowledge of where he's coming from the streets, his experiences, and complement what Daz was putting forth. Daz was putting forth some top elite production work. You gotta, give him that. You know what I'm saying? Elite. When you go into the catalog of the type of production work that Daz was putting in, you're gonna be very, very you're gonna be very surprised because he covered a lot of angles. And at the same time, when he came back to the group, he did something that was very authentic and native to the group. And this is why they're one of those groups that should always be at least 15 and up. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? It also depends on your configuration of what you consider a group. Right now, I'm doing with duos and trios, right? But when you get into the main group, a bigger group, like Hieroglyphics, like Wu-Tang, like Pro Era, then you're going to start to have a different dynamic. You're going to measure the criteria of each member with their own level of success in body of work, and also what they did as a collective. This is how you put together an objective list. Because just the same way I said they could be top 15, it could be somebody else's 100 or somebody else's 2, depending on what region you're in and stuff like that. So to develop an objective list, you want to make sure you dot all your I's, cross all your T's. Outline each category that they can measure in. Performance-wise, bar work, level of social awareness, production work, chemistry between the two, because there's a difference. These two don't go back and forth, but you'll have a stronger back and forth with like Styles P and Jadakiss. And the locks are so great, they can switch off. It could be Jadakiss and Chic. It could be Chic and Styles. You start to have the different combinations available. And when I get into a couple of other groups, you're going to see how they'll say it in some of their works that they were able to go back and forth. This is what made Run DMC that much more effective too. They complemented each other's style, but when you got to Peter Parker, it became a whole routine. So salute to Dogtown for bringing that West Coast vibe, very authentic, very creative in their own sense. Didn't compromise who they were. Didn't compromise who they were, and gave you the report from what they were going through. With some great stuff. Now, you want to hear a good verse, one of my favorite verses from Corrupt, OG to me, on the Last of a Dying Breed album with Scarface. Tremendous. All right? Check that out. OG to me on the Scarface album, Last of a Dying Breed. Let's go. Now, I just mentioned Prodigy. Prodigy and Havoc. Havoc, super dope, crazy lyrics in itself. He's the one that actually sparked the flame with Prodigy. If you go into the history of it, you know what I'm saying? They developed in the early '90s under Poetic Prophets. Had a couple of joints there, just where you get the hit it from the back, Juvenile Hell, and then they evolved into this next group that became the staple of Queens hip hop. Queens hip hop, and you could say the thug intelligent mentality that was already was going around by a couple of people. You can mention the Screwball or Hostile and all that. Salute to them, rest in peace, Screwball, and Tragedy Gaddafi, the Thug Illuminati. With the reporting, the still reporting joint. Oh man, yo, you gotta get into some Tragedy Gaddafi. The way he flows on his early work, right after 25 to Life, that's his imprint, the record label. The way he was flowing was just phenomenal. Crazy street lingo straight from the behind the bar. His vision of how, he was able to mix Islam with the thug philosophy of, basically is basically, self-deliverance and self-reliance, right? So it wasn't actually religious orientated, but he used it as a way to send a message at the same time showing you some hardcore street skills. So you're going to find the dialect replete through Mobb Deep's work and CNN's work, and a couple of others as well. It became like a codified language in Queensbridge. So what Prodigy did was like very, he stuck to the guns. He saw what needed to be delivered, and he just jumped a level. He had the tone and the rhyme style in the sense of not giving an F. Salute to not giving an F. You got to have that edge to say, I'm going to say this on the mic and it's going to stick. And Hav went with it, yo. Hav found some of the most obscure tones and beats and put it together like this enigmatic genius of a 1,500 piece puzzle, 5,000 piece puzzle. Put it together like a 5,000 piece puzzle, boom, 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 and brought you great stuff like Survival of the Fittest. All right, what's the explosion? Boom, right there. Shook Ones, Part 1, Part 2. Quiet Storm, dog. What are you talking about? Well, not to forget the executive production that was based from the first album with another great talented producer, top tier, was able to deliver in different genres was Q-Tip. Salute to Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest. Somebody that's been in the game, studied the game, was able to help cultivate these young brothers so they could find their own their own sound, and boy, did they deliver. You know what I'm saying? When you hear a Prodigy verse, you was like, yo, he's fixed in, he's focused. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain seek and destroy when it came to the bars. Seek and destroy. And did exactly that with his method of madness, intricate bar work, got on other people's tracks and delivered it the same way. You know what I'm saying? So all the way up to his untimely demise, it was taken away too soon, but he still delivered, even in his own work, in his own body of work, some classic bars, some classic verses. Make sure you go back, especially with his work with Alchemist. Okay, and was able to deliver some of the roughest songs, and just like yo, man, magnificent group, great chemistry, and they had their hiccups. That's one thing I wanted to let you know. With camaraderie, sometimes you're gonna have these fallouts and hiccups because you've been around each other for so long. You know, sometimes you lose sense of self. You're on the road countless months. Yeah, you're getting paper, but sometimes the paper comes in differently for certain people. You know what I'm saying? I also got the link, in the comments. So if you want to get on, but you make you look legit, I'll put you on, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, walk your path. But with that being said, they were able to come back, study what was really important to what made them who they are, and deliver that in their message, and come out with some more hot stuff. So as soon as they got on G Unit, it became something different. They stood and delivered. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite joints is Put Them in Their Place. Put Them in Their Place was magnificent. And the fact, that we can't play the music, of course, that's just one of the drawbacks, of trying to keep a channel legit. So every time you come in, or if you do come in, just hit that like, you know what I'm saying, subscribe if you can, to keep this community going. And if you have some comments, make sure you share them in the comment section, of course. This is what we post for. So super duper salute to Mob Deep, MOBB. There you get this shit. There you get that shit. Let's move on. What I mentioned before, Tribe Called Quest. They got to get their flowers. Recently, in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? You got Ali Shaheed, master producer, great DJ, technical skills, just magnificent. Got with the Muhadeen, with Jay Dilla, and what's that Madlib? I think it was in there. House Shoes, and the great Q-Tip. Q-Tip been in it since a youth them. Small young brother, protege of the Jungle Brothers. Another great group that I love. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Jungle Brothers go, you can't get no better than Done by the Forces of Nature. Can't get no better, can't get any solid than Done. Even though Straight Out the Jungle just like, oh man, super straight out the stratosphere. Look, I'm knocking stuff down. Super straight out the stratosphere with Straight Out the Jungle, but Done by the Forces of Nature did it for me. I was like, yeah, that was it. All right. And Q-Tip being a part of the protege, and learning what it needed to be a great MC, as far as deliverance, attitude, subject matter. He got that in young. Learning under the wing of DJ Red Alert, cool DJ Red Alert. You know what I'm saying? Jerobi, salute to Jerobi for holding things down. Shout out, no salute. I don't say shout out. Super salute from Crown to Boot to Job Medicine. Did a nice little, not little, but a nice function that celebrated the acknowledgement of the Tribe Called Quest going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, aka the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, as many people are starting to motion it towards now. But of course, hip hop is a universal language, universal culture. But Jerobe holding it down, learn to play his, he played his part. I'm a supporter of this group. These are my friends. You know what I'm saying? Learn this trade. If you know, you know. If not, you're just out the loop. But it's like the spirit of the group at the same time. And rest so in peace to the 5 foot Malik Fife Dog, man. Salute all the way. All the way. It's a chance to get this is my time to get flowers. Time to get my flowers, you know what I'm saying? When he came on the mic, he let you know that there's a party and we're having fun. You didn't have to sell a bunch of stuff. You didn't have to shoot nobody. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to rough nobody up. He let you know what he liked. Like girls, skirts, nice sneakers, and the Knicks. The Knicks are the best. He's like a classic dude, man, saying somebody that you can just like, I guess talk with the world with. And he'll stand on, he'll argue about his sports teams. You know what I'm saying? Argue about some sneakers. Because when you like what you like, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? But him too, the spirit of a Tribe Called Quest, so go back into their catalog, say all the way from People's Instinctive to the Love album. You will not be unsatisfied. You definitely like, yeah, this is some stuff I could get. They're cultural icons, cultural icons. And they deserve all the respect and admiration that could be given to them. So salute to a Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm saying? We had more MCs like Fife, we'll be out the atmosphere. Now these two. These two right here. Explosion? I get the explosion. Why not? They go the explosion. Where's the explosion, man? Son gets the explosion. Because he became, for me, one of the greatest rappers ever. And I tell you why. By keeping it all the way simple and plain, straight to the basics of what we love about hip hop. Straight to the basics we love about, personality. And I think he, before his time of demise, he was there, right there. I could have seen a duo album with him and Eminem. That's how big that the optic was. Now, whoa, he has a teammate. He has a partner. He has a running dude. Rock Ness Monster. That's his ace. Salute the Rock Ness Monster still carrying on, man. In memory of Soaring. Sean lives on the Crownsville album. Get with that. Him and another formidable brother that was a part of the Ruck reign by the name of Rusty Jux. You know what I'm saying? Developed his own community amongst his hard rhymes. One of my favorite joints is Nobody. He also had the Execution series. Killing it with Marco Polo. Rock formulated itself. You got to understand when you lose somebody that close, a lot of things could be, challenging. You know what I'm saying? You can, you got to reconfigure how you're going to do this thing again, or if you even want to do it at all. You know what I'm saying? But on the strength and the love of his partner, he was able to say, yo, I'm just going to reinvent myself and do the damn thing the way I would have seen him see it through me. Because that's the type of brother that Rock was as far as the different accounts. He see the best in you, you know what I'm saying, and challenge you for it. Challenge you for you is a different level of friendship. Because you're gonna be like, yo, what? What are you talking about? You're gonna seem like a backhanded thing. You know what I'm saying? When it's not. Oh, you're not going hard. You know what I mean? It's just like, yo, you just playing around with it. Here you go. This is what this is what you sound like you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That honesty at the same time, the competitiveness can bring out the best in you. So now you have to, you know, re-pivot and be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna say it now because I know he listening. You know what I'm saying? He gonna call me on that, and that's what the balance between Ruck and Rock was about. You know, and just like I mentioned before, you know, they had a little splitsville a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that serious. You know, I don't know the inner workings of it, and that's the thing. When these people have these moments, you got to give it respect for what it is. You don't know, you know what they've been doing as far as their intimate lives and why this had to go this way. You don't know that, and just what Papa respects. Pay attention, and if you can offer some words of support, you just do that. You know what I'm saying? Rock, he faded out for a minute. Next thing you know, came back, did the joint with Aguilar, boom, rising to the top, for Grand Theft Auto. Well, it wound up on Grand Theft Auto. Nobody knew what the impact was going to be. You know what I'm saying? That was just a hot ass song, first of all. But that connection, and then I seen how people responded to it. They playing the game and they hear that song. They like, yo, out of all the songs, they like, yo, this song was dope. To get a car, Grand Theft Auto. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Then Boom By Ye hit. When Boom By Ye hit, I said, yeah, that's the one. The first minute I said it, I said, that's the one. Same thing when I heard Lord Have Mercy, salute to him, salute to Wayne. When he jumped off the flip mode joint, he did the Wicked Ways joint. Oh, flip that. I was like, that's the one. That's one right there. And then with Rock, he was able to, I guess he already had it in his heart and in the chamber to do monkey bars. That whole album is sick. I don't care. Get to the monkey album. Get to the monkey bars album. Then Jesus Price Superstar. Then you got hit with Kimbo Slice. The Price is Right. Mike Tyson. Phenomenal work. Phenomenal work with Rest in Peace Pumpkinhead. Salute to homie. Yeah. Formidable MCs, man. Did the work with Teray and Sky Zoo. You know what I'm saying? Did the work. The last work is working on was with Well Flushing Trash Gaddafi. What with coming back with Ruck, the incredible rap team, and that's what they stayed. Crazy bars. So when I say that this brother was like super up there, the likes of Pharoah Monch, the likes of Eminem, the likes of Black Thought, and all that stuff, just by keeping it simple and grounded. Sean Price is one of those. You know what I'm saying? Go into the archives and check them out. And then go into the archives, check out Helter Skelter, Magnum Force, and I'm gonna say Operation Lockdown. Nocturnal. Operation Lockdown is a song on Nocturnal, and you will be definitely pleased. Coming out of that, them coming out of these guys, coming out of the Duck Down umbrella. Salute to the Duck Down logo. You know what I'm saying? These young brothers right here, 1994, 95. I want to say 95 is the joint, though. Smith and Wesson in Bucktown and the original Smith and Wesson, Cocoa Blues. And they just recently had a 30th year anniversary for the Shining album. The Shining album was one of the most, I would say, critically acclaimed. It was great to see it in the Source and XXL, but just a beautiful sound album for a breakout crew. A lot of elements in there, and also with the style that I was talking about before, that back and forth with Let's Get It On. The chemistry is just top tier chemistry. These brothers respect and love each other. You know what I'm saying? That camaraderie that we're speaking about. Respect and love. And you feel that in the music. And you get to hear the rugged street tales and tactics and the philosophy all built in as one. That's why they have a solid group to this day. Now, I had some stuff I was going to play. I threw some snippets out under the block. You know what I'm saying? I actually was afforded to go to the show, and it was just phenomenal to see people from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Different camps coming to pay homage. You know what I'm saying? To these dudes doing their thing from the love of the music. They were also celebrated by the senator in the area for their nonprofit outreach to the community. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you don't get to hear often that needs to be spoken about and said and commemorated. Like, you got a group that's out here reaching back and helping those that can't find their way or just underserved. People like them when they first came up. You know what I'm saying? So salute and shouts out to that all day long. All day long. Let me see if I can play a little something for you. Let me see if I can play a little something for you. I gotta switch things up. Cause you know the powers that be being. And I'm just trying to spread the love. Let's see if we can do this one right here. Okay. Can I get some sound? Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Man, y'all said who? Y'all. You gotta leave him be. You gotta leave it up to God. Whatever he believe in, whatever his faith in, he gotta push through that. Whatever you believe in, whatever your faith in, push through that. I'm glad y'all came to fuck with us tonight, cause that means y'all fucking believe in this shit. Yo, let's have some fun. Enough of this tough talking shit, man. Y'all said who the Whiskey Boys? My man Parker
Live
on
band.
the bass. How you feeling? Let me hear something. Come on, the Clutch Man on the drums. We getting busy. Y'all ready
See
to
the
do
visuals
some
in the
work?
back.
What we waiting for? I know some people only witnessed us for the first time. Yeah.
Man, listen. Can't get no better, man. Can't get no better. A group that's dedicated to feed their peoples, you know what I'm saying? A group that's dedicated to, and when I say their peoples, their community, some of that good food, that good music. Next album coming out, Infinity by Smith and Wesson. Give them their propers, man. Never compromise. Gave you each side of the board so you can understand where it was coming from. You know what I'm saying? Bucktown is not just a place, it's a concept, it's a mindset. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, yeah, now I'm up out of there. All day. This group right here don't get enough credit. I think this group right here, man. Yo, first of all, you're talking crazy if you're talking funny about them. You know what I'm saying? You're talking crazy. You ain't talking enough about them. I need to see more MOP on my timeline. Stat. I think myself, Fame is one of those top MC levels. If you look clearly from album to album, from song to song, just giving crazy bars, relentless. Lil Fame. And the manner of the barbarism is heavy and just highly skilled. And then you got the assassination ways of the brother Billy Dance, the drill sergeant of the streets. What are you doing with yourself, man? What are you doing with yourself? What are you doing? Billy Danz is like, yo, man, if you want to have the Secretary of Defense, you get Danz on the phone, man. Stop playing. The brother is just like, major. You can start from, of course, how about some hardcore, but you want to go into packing blue steel. You want to go into stick to your guns. You know what I'm saying? That you want to go into world famous, downtown swinger. You want to go into four alarm breaks. Get your mans on the deck, soldier. We back, soldier. First family, get your man on the deck, soldier. To Max, soldier. First family, we back, soldier. And we done swam through the Brownsville sewers. The last on the line of our crime doers, Berkowitz. Mark style spitting fire out my hammer like I wasn't. Come on, y'all stop playing, man. That joint. You think Annie Up get you hype? Play one of these joints right there. You played Four Alarm Blaze. You play Blood, Sweat, and Tears. You know what I'm saying? What it takes you to, it takes you to that rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Get that Street Certified. Get that Sparta album, and you'll know what I'm talking about. And they deliver. Fame, a great producer. He also collaborated with Sean Price and did The Price of Fame. Salute to that. You know what I'm saying? A solid body of work, great rhyme skills, some lost verses from P, some things that's put together, and just obliterated the tracks. He also did a joint with Terminology. Terminology is a very exceptional MC. If you don't know, maybe you should go into some of the older stuff. Terminology. They did the physiology, right? Physiology. Pardon me. Terminology also just recently did a project with tech, so it's like technology and stuff like that. Oh, yo, how all this plays together is the camaraderie of brotherhood of people that know each other and respect each other's skills so well. Even though it's a competitive landscape, there's an honor for those bar spitters, for these wordsmiths. So when they come out and they swing their sword on these tracks, you know what I'm saying? It's about the deliverance. It's about the respect that is given and earned. And that gives us this hip hop royalty that we see. And I'm not, just selling it off like it's all Brooklyn, but for the most part, they're the ones that kept it the most solid. That's an objective view. Because I gave you earlier Dog Pound and A Ball and MJG. I gave you that. Just went to Queens, seen Mobb Deep, but I could easily say Organized Confusion. Gave you Tribe Called Quest, Run DMC. But somehow Brooklyn just has this way, this vibe, this mystique, where the camaraderie is there. Yeah, we know we all shiesty. Yeah, this is how we grew up. What do you want? We grew up a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But these brothers kept it 100%, never compromised. Cold as ice. You know what I'm saying? Warriors, let's go, man. Let's go. MOP needs, give it up. You already know. You already know with this group. Come on now. You already know with this group. LOX. We're able. As I mentioned earlier, you can get two people from the locks going back and forth with the chemistry on the back and forth tip, and it just locks in. It just gels in with the track. The vibe is there. The tenacity is there. What I'm saying, listen to what Styles and Kiss does on certain tracks. You know what I'm saying? They might as well have been a group. The way it's just effortlessly done. Listen to Chic and Styles. It's like sending a hit out. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like a John Wick hit. Carefully orchestrated and done with precision, knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? How Kiss and Chic can flow and complement each other on the track. The Locks is just that type of group. They've been writing for so long and delivering this great contribution for it. So their body of work is basically almost verified. I think it'll take. The last album didn't get as much of a reception as it should, in my opinion. Was it The Beautiful Struggle? And it did have key stuff, but I think one more album with a great set of producers, or even one producer, would be just like putting back into that rarefied air thing. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked Hit Boy, maybe Ninth Wonder, but Ninth Wonder might be a little too melodic. If you want something a little more edgier, that's a toss up. That's a toss up. Let me know in the comments what producer you would like to hear work with the Locks to make just an epic body of work. Who has hard beats right now? Who has the rugged stuff? You know what I'm saying? Because what you got to do is draw out that energy. Wild Out, oh man, phenomenal. FU, phenomenal. That's my joint right there. If you hope you didn't make it, FU. Approach me with a heart full of hatred, FU. That right there, too much. You want to get in that vibe, you throw that on, whatever you're doing, wrestling a bear, knocking out a wolf, you throw that joint on. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do that. The Locks. And of course, what they've been doing with the verses kind of, it gave you a glimpse of what was going on in New York behind the scenes. Like, some people are just working, and they worked so long together that they developed this it's like a precision clock. They developed this Rolex movement amongst each other, and the symmetry is there. The chemistry, the symmetry, everything is there, and you can't knock them down. You have to come with your best, and the Locks is at their best as how they complement each other. They know exactly what to play in certain venues, what song is going to do what, and they just have a command of the theater. What we saw, it didn't complement that in the verses that Dipset. Salute to all of them. Salute to all of them. Jimmy is making a run right now. Salute to that. Salute to Santana, finding his bearings out. Yo, I think Santana got underrated a little bit. I like the joint he did, Time Ticking. Time Ticking is the joint with Dave East and Roddy Rebel with Bobby Shmurda when they called in. That joint was wicked. He could have kept with the momentum from there. And then you have Cam Killer, the money killer. What they used to call him, Jockey Joe. Call him Killer Cam the Negotiator. You heard that, Joe. He was riding hard for them, you know what I'm saying? He was riding hard. It was cool. Because we loved the Harlem braggadocio, you know what I'm saying? We loved the confidence, the flavor, the flair. And to see this happening in real time is very disappointing, disheartening. We always want our groups and the crews that we grew up with to be solid, amongst each other. But it's not the reality. It's not always like that. You're going to get these times where, I would say people just don't see the bigger picture, or, it got to a point where, nerves were running too thin. The patience was running too thin. And, that go for broke energy it's not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. But like I said before, these are brothers that have been together for so long, You're going to have these times of exhaustion, and you're also going to have times where they redeem themselves and come to the table. And it's a big bag to be made. Imagine the drip report, Jim Jones joint. Wait, it is what it is. Then a Zeke version, one of his vlog versions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you incorporate Joel's getting his groove back into the game so he can, better navigate because he's still young. He's still relatively young. So, you get all those working parts moving, you'll have the Dipset together in a minute. But it's gonna take time and money. But most importantly, a reconfiguration of loyalty. Because you see how Jim is moving. He wants a bigger piece of the pie. He is the pie in some respects. He's feeding families. Can't acknowledge that. Can't not acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? And Cam, he's going to eat. As you said before, where's my drop? Where's my drop? Like, no, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on.
Subscribe.
This one.
I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna eat regardless.
I'm gonna eat regardless. You know what I'm saying? Cam gonna eat. Now, what they could do, and we've seen this before with Killer Season. You know what I'm saying? The diplomatic community tours, the mixtapes, start to circumvent that into some type of small documentary, a movie. The footage is there, the visuals there, the stories are there. Get the bag. And Harlem is all about getting the bag. You better stop playing, right? Harlem is all about getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? And of course, there's, like I said, there was some hiccups, there's some turmoil, and maybe some bad blood. But once you grow from a boy to a man, you put away the childish things and become men. And, sometimes men argue, men fight. But the exceptional men amongst us find a way to work it out and build. So that's all we're basically, saying. And I just want to circle back to what camaraderie is all about. It's about circling around and being able to build. And we're going to build with the resources that we have. It may not be much, but it's enough. If we can get that together and start to field our problems a little better, conflict resolution, right? Establish these communities and support them the way they need to be supported, your favorite group can be up there, top tier. That's an objective view. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. True Omega Sun 88. Thank you for popping out. Remember, leave your comment. I will respond. You know what I'm saying? If not today, tomorrow. But I wish you all well. Wish you peace in your life, wellness amongst your loved ones, and on Boogie. Salute. Bam.